Thank you for joining us for tonight's CBS News Vice Presidential Debate.
My commitment, whether it be through teaching, which I was good at, or whether it was being a good soldier or was being a good member of Congress, those are the things that I think are the values that people care about.
I worked in Mankato with Tim Walz, and what you see is what you get with Tim. He's a common sense guy. He's well-grounded.
You can tell that he's a teacher because when he is speaking, he has facts. He's done his research. So, like, his truth is just that. He's not making things up on the spot.
Making sure that once that child's born, like in Minnesota, they get meals. They get early childhood education. They get health care.
Tim Walz has experience in governing, has serious policy ideas, and is somebody who is speaking from a place of compassion, speaking from a place of understanding.
Really seemed like a lot of pride for our governor, who is pro-union, pro-public education, pro-women.
So in Minnesota, what we did was restore Roe versus Wade. We made sure that we put women in charge of their health care.
He knows what we're experiencing. He's been there.
Our first responsibility is to our kids to figure this out. In Minnesota, we've enacted enhanced red flag laws, enhanced background checks.
He's coming on a record of actually accomplishing some of these things and also being a realist, saying that there's a lot more work to do it.
You oppose red flag gun laws.
We have to make the doors lock better. We have to make the doors stronger. We've got to make the windows stronger.
J.D. Vance comes off as a very smooth character, but really his answers don't hold a lot of weight.
And I think what President Trump is saying is that when we bring in this additional revenue with higher economic growth, we're going to be able to provide paid family leave, child care options.
Can you clarify how that will solve the child care shortage?
So I teach kindergarten. Before that, I worked in early childhood. I was shaking my head because it's really obvious that J.D. Vance doesn't know anything about child care in this country, doesn't know anything about early childhood education, and I would say doesn't know anything about kind of the burdens and the barriers that are there for families to access childcare.
Yeah, something I'm noticing is that his reaction or his answers to questions aren't really answers to questions.
Would you again seek to challenge this year's election results?
Well, Nora, first of all, I think that we're focused on the future.
The room just erupted in just exasperation. He wouldn't acknowledge that Donald Trump lost the election.
That is a damning non-answer.
Tim Walz responded with the best comments back. He just killed it.
He lost the election.
I think people are, ready to call out the lies, and I think people are ready to fully back Governor Tim Walz and Kamala Harris going forward. I think that it's awesome to come together in common values to be able to lift each other up and be motivated for these next 35 days.